Hello everybody and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at how we can find the highest common factor of two algebraic products. Now an algebraic product is a product that contains a variable. So in this case 8a contains the variable a and 12b contains the variable b. So both of them are considered algebraic products. So how do we find the highest common factor of those two algebraic products here? Well, the way we're going to do this, we're going to break both of them down into their simplest parts. So let's start with 8a. Now the 8 can be broken down into 4 times 2. Okay, so I'm going to replace the 8 with 4 times 2. And then we have times a. Okay, now if we look at the 2 cannot be broken down further. 2 is what is called a prime number, right? The only factors of 2 are itself and 1. Okay, so it cannot be broken down into other numbers, other smaller numbers. Okay, but the 4 in this case can. The 4 is basically equal to 2 times 2. So this is equal to, I'm going to replace the 4 with 2 times 2. And then we have times 2 times a. Okay, and now all we have here is 2's. And again, 2 is a prime number. We cannot really break it down. So we've broken 8 down as much as we can. And the a, we don't really know what the a is, so we can't really break it down. So we're just going to leave it as it is. So that's it. That's all we can do here. So we're done with 8a. Let's go for 12b now. So 12b. Now the 12 here is the same thing as 4 times 3. Right, so 4 times 3. So 12b is the same thing as 4 times 3 times b. Now if we look at the 3 is a prime number here. It cannot be broken down. The only factors of 3 are itself and 1. But the 4 can be broken down as we've seen in the previous example. This is just equal to 4 times 4 is just 2 times 2. Right? So I've just replaced the 4 with 2 times 2, and then we have times 3 times b. Okay, now I'm going to switch colors here. I'm going to go for the red color, and we're going to highlight what is in common between both of them. Okay, and here I see a 2 and I see a 2, so that's 1, 2 in common. So I'm going to highlight them. And then again, I see another 2 in common, so I'm going to highlight it. And that's it. I don't see anything else in common. So the highest common factor is going to be the product of the factors that we found here. Okay, and what are the factors that we found? We found 2 and 2. So it's going to be the product of 2 and 2. So 2 times 2, which is just equal to 4. And that's it. That's how we can find the highest common factor of these two algebraic products. Now we're going to try another example just so we can get the idea. So let's just erase this and let's go for the highest common factor of 24b and 36b squared. Okay, so let's start with breaking down 24b. Now the 24 here can be written as 6 times 4. Okay, so I'm going to write it as 6 times 4. And then times b. Okay, now the 6 can be broken down into 2 times 3. So I'm going to write this as, this is equal to 2 times 3. And then the 4 can be broken down into 2 times 2. So times 2 times 2. Okay, and then we have a times b. Okay, and I'm going to rewrite this. I just want to keep the 2's together, and I want to keep the 3 by itself. So we're going to write 2 times 2 times 2 times 3 times b. Oh, okay, I gotta undo this. Times b. Okay, and we can't really break this down further, right? 2 is a prime factor, 3 is a prime factor. We don't really know what b is, so we've done our best to break this down. Okay, now let's go for the 36b squared. 36b squared. The 36 here can be broken down into 6 times 6, right? Oh, not that. Okay, sorry, 1 second. So 6 oh god, I'm having trouble writing the multiplication sign. Okay, 6 times 6 times, and now b squared is the same thing as b times b, right? So b times b. Okay, now the 6 again can be broken down into 2 times 3, so I have 2 6's, so I'm going to break both of them into 2 times 3. So 2 times 3 times 2 times 3 times b. Okay, and now I'm going to keep the 2's together and the 3's together. Okay, so this is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times 3 times b times b. Okay, so now let's switch colors let's go to red, and let's find the common factors between them. Now I see a 2 here and a 2 here, so that's 1, 2 that's in common between them. I'm going to highlight that in red. And again, I see another 2 that's in common between them, so I'm going to highlight it, 2 and 2. And I see 1, 3 that is in common between them. I'm going to highlight them. Okay, and it doesn't matter. We could have highlighted this 3 as well, but it doesn't really matter. The only thing that's important here is to realize that there is 1, 3 that is in common between them. Okay, and same thing here. We have a b, 1b, and 1b, and that's it. Okay, these are the things that are in common between them. Now the way we find the highest common factor is we multiply all of these factors together that are in common between both of them. So the highest common factor is equal to 2 times 2 times 3 times b. Okay, so this is just equal to, now 2 times 2 is 4, times 3 is 12, and then 12 times b is just 12b. And that's it. That's the highest common factor between those, the highest common factor of those two algebraic products. And that's it. So whenever you're trying to find the highest common factor of two algebraic products, just try to break them down into their simplest parts and then see what are the common factors they have. So highlight those and then multiply all of their common factors, and hopefully you'll just get the highest common factor. So I hope that made sense, and hope I made things a little bit simple. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.